Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am excited to share with you a classic South Indian sambar recipe made with tur dal, brinjal, drumstick and raw mangoes complemented with onions and tomatoes. This vegetable medley is a perennial favorite among South Indians, especially during mango season, and is commonly found in marriage feast restaurants due to its irresistible delicious taste. While I will be using these specific vegetables, feel free to use any locally available options. Join me in preparing this healthier version of sambar that's suitable for all ages. Let's get started with the preparation. First we'll be preparing the dal. I'm using a half a cup of tur dal, 125 ml measuring cup, which is approximately 100 grams. This dal is also known as arhar dal, red gram or PGNP. You can use similar varieties available locally. I have a separate video that explains how to soak and cook dal to reduce anti-nutrients and improve absorption. In that video, I demonstrate both open pot and pressure cooker methods, so be sure to check it out for a detailed guide. For this recipe, I soaked the dal for 2 hours. Then for half a cup of dal, I added 2 cups of water. It's 1:4 ratio and cooked it for about 30 minutes, adding quarter teaspoon of asafoetida powder or crystals, quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder and a few drops of sesame oil to prevent frothing. Now our dal is ready to be added to the sambar. Next, let's prepare the tamarind extract. Take a small gooseberry sized piece of tamarind, give it a quick rinse to remove any dust and place it in a bowl. If you are using sea crystal salt or pink Himalayan salt, these often contain small stone impurities. To address this, I usually add the salt to the tamarind and then extract the juice, which helps eliminate those impurities. Here I am adding only 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, as I will be adding some table salt to the sambar later for cooking the vegetables. Now let's prepare the vegetables. I am using 1 whole raw mango, some drumstick, 6 to 7 medium sized brinjals, 1 tomato, either 1 big onion or a few baby shallots, some curry leaves, coriander leaves and a few cloves of garlic. First cut the raw mango into larger pieces as shown. Raw mangoes available in the market usually cook quickly, so it's best to add them towards the end of the sambar preparation. If you encounter a variety that doesn't cook well, I will explain how to handle them later in the video. Next, cut the brinjals to prevent oxidation, which occurs due to the enzyme polyphenol interacting with the oxygen in the air. Place the cut pieces of brinjal in a bowl of water. For the drumstick, do not remove the skin of the pods, as research indicates it's rich in calcium. Simply cut the drumstick and move on to the other vegetables. Typically, I don't sort the vegetables for sambar except for okra or lady's finger. Instead, I prefer to boil the vegetables and finish the dish with a light tempering using minimal oil. Whether you choose to sort the vegetables or not, the sambar will still taste delicious. Just 2 teaspoons of oil for tempering is sufficient. Remember that for an average adult on a 1500 to 2000 calorie diet, the recommended daily oil intake is about 5 to 6 teaspoons. To maximize the nutritional benefits, try to consume oil in its raw form, such as by combining it with the idly podi or adding it to salads, etc. Limiting oil in dishes that require high temperature cooking is essential, as this can destroy antioxidants and produce harmful compounds. Now add all the vegetables to the pan except for the raw mangoes. Add 1.5 tablespoon of sambar powder. You can check out my video on my channel for the sambar powder preparation. Next, add half a teaspoon of table salt, keeping in mind that we have already added some salt to the tamarind mixture. Then add 3 cups of water, each measuring 250 ml. Bring this mixture to a boil, then cover and cook the vegetables on medium flame until they are 50% done. Once the vegetables are halfway cooked, add the mango pieces, cover and cook until the mango flesh softens and loosens. Some varieties of raw mango takes longer to cook. If you notice that your mango pieces are still hard and are not fully cooked at this stage, switch off the flame, transfer the mango pieces to a separate pan, add some water and cook them thoroughly. Then add them back to the sambar. Do not try to cook them in the sambar itself, as it may make the other vegetables mushy. Now let's proceed with adding the dal and the tamarind extract. Use your hand to extract the juice, allowing tiny fibers to get into the extract instead of using a sieve. Add some additional water to achieve the desired consistency. Check the salt and spice levels. If the dish is less spicy, you can always adjust by adding a few dry red chilies to the tempering. Finally, add a quarter teaspoon of a special sambar masala powder towards the end. This is optional, so if you don't have it, you can skip it. Check my channel for the special masala powder recipe. Then add some curry leaves, reserving the rest for tempering, and sprinkle in some coriander leaves. To prepare the tempering, heat 2 teaspoons of peanut oil or any cooking oil in a pan. Add a quarter teaspoon of mustard seeds and allow them to pop and crackle. Follow with a quarter teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, a pinch of cumin or jeera seeds, and optionally 1 or 2 dry red chilies for added spice and smoky flavor. Add crushed garlic cloves, fresh curry leaves, and a pinch of asafoetida. Once aromatic, pour this tempering into the sambar and it's ready to serve. Traditionally, raw mangoes are believed to boost metabolic activity, potentially increasing body heat. To balance this, I am serving the sambar with refreshing cucumber raita and natural sweetened pickles. Loaded with vegetables, this dish is also a great source of dietary fiber, healthy levels of fats, half a teaspoon of visible fat per serving from the oil, and invisible fats from the raita and other added vitamins and minerals. Today we used 100 grams of tur dal in this recipe, which provides approximately 340 kilocalorie of energy and about 22 grams of protein. After soaking and cooking the dal, the protein content may decrease slightly, typically by 2 to 3 grams, resulting in around maybe 20 grams of protein. When divided among 4 servings, each serving contains about 5 grams of protein. If you don't finish all the sambar in one meal, or if you dilute it for later use, the protein per serving might decrease to 3 to 4 grams. Additionally, you would get around 4 to 5 grams of protein from the rice and vegetables, and 3 to 4 grams from the raita, bringing the total to approximately 12 grams of protein per serving. To ensure adequate protein intake, you might consider adding another protein source to this meal. If you experience bloating or digestive issues when combining protein with carbs and fats, especially elders, try spreading your protein intake throughout the day across breakfast, snacks, and dinner to meet the recommended daily intake of 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. I hope this information is helpful. Please feel free to ask any questions or share your suggestions. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to see you in my next video.